Hello world and welcome to this video. So very recently I did a video where I pitted the might of Godzilla against the might of the Modular Synth, and I think in that instance the fairly evenly matched. I thought it'd be fun to do another one of those videos, and we can't spend all our time just being completely serious. It's good to have a little bit of fun now and again and a little bit of lightheartedness. So this time I'm going to tackle Modular Synth versus Bigfoot. If you enjoy these videos, then please hit like, and of course if you want to see more, smash the subscribe button as if you were a Bigfoot in the forest, and then I'll know to make more. No, seriously, it does help though if you do hit subscribe and like as well, of course. So without further ado, let's get down to it. Again, I've got a number of categories that I've devised, and I've got some notes over there, which is why I keep looking over there. So please do bear with me, and I will go through and we will figure out who will win in a fight: Modular Synth versus Bigfoot. And of course, overseeing this battle, I still have the Godzilla toys at the top there. I do have a Bigfoot t-shirt actually, but I can't find it. I've lost it, so I'm just wearing my normal shirt. Anyway, never mind. The first category is mystique and elusiveness. Okay, so Bigfoot is, of course, the world's hide-and-seek champion. There have been countless sightings, lots of shaky footage on YouTube, but no hard evidence that Bigfoot even exists to date. Although, of course, we all know that Bigfoot does exist. That level of mystery has spawned hundreds of documentaries, expeditions into the wild, and even a few scientific studies to try and prove the existence of Bigfoot. But still, we don't know if he even exists. Of course he does. He does exist. Modular Synth, on the other hand, there's one sitting right there. Not that elusive, but certainly quite a high level of mystery, especially if you are somebody who's unfamiliar. When you gaze across the tangle of cables, which is a patch, it can be quite elusive to figure out what the hell is going on there, and is it even music that is being created by this beast of an electronic device. Watching somebody patch a modular synth can be quite a rare experience in itself, and there are only those that are truly dedicated sound explorers that are willing to tackle that deep dive into the world of sound and synthesis. Okay, the next category is presence and power. So if you were to ever encounter an 8 foot, 9 foot, 10 foot tall Sasquatch, then you would undeniably agree that there is a certain sense of presence and power that the creature commands. There is also a certain raw power that these creatures have, especially if we are to believe some of the stories that are told on YouTube. Pulling down trees, hurling rocks, smashing forests. Do they smash forests? I don't know. But certainly powerful creatures. The Modular Synth, on the other hand, although not quite as tall as the Bigfoot, also has a certain level of power, especially if cranked up in a live setting. And the Modular Synth, as I say, may not be 8 feet tall, but it certainly brings a level of intensity that is undeniably huge. The next category is adaptability to the environment. Okay, so Bigfoot is well known for being adaptable to its environment. It is that adaptability that has allowed it to remain hidden for such a long time. Whether it be forests, mountains, I don't think there are any other environments actually that Bigfoot is adapted to, but Bigfoot is always hidden there, hidden in plain sight. People will say that they see the Bigfoot and then it is gone. And it is that ability to camouflage itself into its surroundings that has made it survive in the wild without discovery. Modular Synth, on the other hand, is not a creature of the wild. Well, I don't know, some people might say that it is. But it's not a creature of the wild in a natural sense, but it is a creature of electronic music, and it is adaptable in many ways We see modular synth being able to perform all kinds of genres, whether it's ambient or techno or noise or drone. It doesn't matter. Modular synth can do it all. Modular synth is the ultimate in adaptability. And so I think, therefore, in this category, modular synth is the clear winner. Okay, the next category is evidence and accessibility. So, the evidence for Bigfoot is limited. There are a number of fuzzy photographs. Of course, we have the famous Gimlin film, and there. Having said that, there are a lot of encounters that have been documented on YouTube, and people have a lot of stories which, when you listen to them, they sound pretty convincing to me. So there is evidence out there, but it's limited. And accessibility, well, Bigfoot's not really that accessible because Bigfoot is always hiding. And if you're someone from the UK, such as me, you're not going to see a Bigfoot in the forests in the UK because our forests are far too small. Bigfoot can't hide in our forests. So Bigfoot really is a creature of the vast forests of America. So not that accessible globally. Of course, there's still other places. There's the Yeti in the Himalaya, and I can't remember, but there are Bigfoots. They have a different name in Russia, I think, and little tiny Bigfoots in sort of Indonesia and places like that. So actually, maybe Bigfoot is more accessible than you would think. Modular synth, though. Modular synth definitely exists, but not always that accessible either, due to the cost and the complexity of it. It really is only for the dedicated few that are willing to put in the time, the effort, the money to pursue modular synth. So perhaps in this category of evidence and accessibility, Bigfoot and modular synth kind of like tie in the thing there. Okay, the next category is cult following. So Bigfoot has a very loyal and passionate following of people who will get together. They will go to conferences. They will conduct expeditions. There's countless movies been made about Bigfoot, documentaries. So yeah, Bigfoot definitely has very strong cult following, which has existed for decades. Modular synth, I would argue, also has a very strong following. There are lots of people out there who are, albeit very niche, follow modular synth, meet up at modular synth meetups, events, go to gigs, and then of course you've got the whole modular synth YouTube community and people online. So yeah, modular synth has a strong cult following. Bigfoot has a strong cult following. I don't think there's going to be any winners in that category. Okay, the final category now, and this is endurance throughout history. So, Bigfoot, despite there being no solid proof that Bigfoot actually exists for the last, I don't know, how many years? 70 years, something like that. We have this dedicated following of people who believe that Bigfoot exists and are still out there trying to track him down or her down, but trying to make that discovery and prove the existence of Bigfoot. So there's definitely a high level of endurance for Bigfoot to exist in the world. Modular synth, maybe he's not been around. Oh, actually, I don't know. Modular synth, probably comparable amounts of time that modular synth has been around. Now, modular synth did go away a little bit in the 80s, only to come back again in the 90s. So even when modular synth was sort of beaten and down, it came back fighting with the eurorack format, and it endures to this day. And not only does it endure, but I think it is going on to new heights and new possibilities, and will be here for a very long time. So again, this is a category which I think is possibly tied between Bigfoot and modular synth. Okay, so the final verdict. Well, it's a little bit tricky, this one, isn't it? Because I think actually there's a lot of ties. There might be one or two points that the modular wins on, or the Bigfoot wins on. So Bigfoot definitely wins. It unmatched in its ability to be elusive and to hide. But the modular synth wins on the fact that it is actually a real tangible thing that you can get your hands on and enjoy and explore and play with. So yeah, where Bigfoot remains elusive, modular synth is more of a mystery that can be solved quite easily. But the modular synth can still capture the imagination as well as Bigfoot, and that imagination can lead to creativity and to countless forms of music, and something that people can actually experience and grasp and play and take hold of. So maybe modular synth wins this one. I don't know. Let me know. What do you think? Modular synth versus Bigfoot. Who is the winner? Okay, so if you have enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and smash the subscribe button if you'd like to see more, as if you are a Bigfoot smashing a tree. It really helps the channel to know that people are watching and enjoying the videos. And obviously this video, like the Godzilla one, is a little bit silly, a little bit tongue-in-cheek, and a bit pointless really. But I just thought it'd be fun to do, instead of just the more serious types of discussions that I've been doing up to now. If you would like to see more of these types of silliness and frivolity, then please do let me know in the comments. And if you don't want to see more of this silliness, then let me know that as well. Thank you. I will see you next time. Cheerio.